Wrong one.
That was exciting. Are you live?
We're live now.
We're live, are we?
Good
Was that
evening,
intro
John.
live? Was that intro live?
That was. They're about 30 seconds behind us, guys.
Nice.
Let's see if we've come on yet. No, not come on yet, but
Oops.
we're on. And how are you, John? How's
I'm
things?
just wonderful. I'm good actually. This is all right. I'm good.
Yeah, just
There we go.
that's
Just
it on
getting
there.
comfortable. Aye.
Just need to
How's things
shoot.
been going? We're talking about new beginnings today. Yeah.
Yeah, and I thought, well, it's up at this time of year, new beginnings, January, and all that. And you know how hard it is to keep that motivation going, John?
Especially this particular January. The first few weeks we've still been in the Mercury retrograde until just the 18th, just yesterday. And the piece of good news is that's done and dusted now. So if we felt a bit stunted with getting our motivation going beginning part of the year, that might change because we've got the closest new moon, which means the biggest new moon, if you like, from that perspective. So it's like a new supermoon for the last 1,000 years, almost 1,000 years, 940 odd years. So that's happening on Saturday. So we'll exit the retrograde and we're entering into a new moon phase come Saturday. This is the best possible time to talk about new beginnings, I think.
That's amazing.
It is, isn't it?
It's I'm looking forward to this super moon on Saturday. We actually did in the last full moon. We
Yeah.
actually did a angelic Reiki class teaching.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I was part of the pupils as well because
Yep.
Angela was training,
Yep.
and it was amazing. What an energy to feel,
Yeah.
doing that on a full moon was
Yeah.
absolutely amazing. She's got another one at the end of the month. I think it's full, and some next month as well in March and April. So the Reiki classes are going really well. And we've got lots of things coming up, John. But
Yes.
tonight, as you said, new beginnings. It's like, how many new beginnings have we had in our lives?
I can't. I think I've lost count. I mean, when I think about how many different careers have I had in my lifetime, I just see a new begin. I just turned 59 a week or so ago. So I get my bus pass in a year's time. So that will certainly be another milestone for me this time next year. But I was thinking, how many careers have I had? I started in the paint trade, and after that, I was in, if you like, access systems and things like that when I was in Glasgow for a while working. And then I went studying for a while in college, and then when I came back to Aberdeen, I was studying for a little while, and then I went to protective clothing. And then after that, I went into the bar trade, and I've been in the bar trade for 20 years. But even there, it changed. I was behind the bar or running restaurants and pubs for most of that time. And then I started cooking, and I went into the kitchen. And say when you go in the kitchen, you never escape. And so for the last 5 years or so, I've been in the kitchen. So I've had several careers in my lifetime. So it doesn't seem to matter how old you get. There's always another new beginning or a new opportunity opening up for you. So even when you're like us, kicking on a bit and getting into our 50s, although I said to you earlier, I'm only 25. I think I'm 59 going on 25 mental age, I think, because I still want to go out and partying all the time. But I can't because I've got to look after my cat. So, but that's the thing, isn't it? It's like you can have new beginnings, over and over and over again. You have them throughout your life. It's not just an annual thing. It's not something that happens, every year necessarily, but it's something that happens throughout your life. It doesn't stop.
Yeah, and I think that's what a lot of people get they get all kind of panicky. Oh, I haven't done anything for January or anything, and we do that. Oh, we better go to the gym, better do that, and we better do this, and we should do this, and we should do that. And rather than sort of saying the words could and can, because when somebody's saying should, that means somebody else is telling you. That little voice, that little devilish voice saying, "Oh, I should go lose that bit of weight again. I should go to the gym." And that happens every time of year. And you get people to go for the first month, and then by mid-February, they kind of collapsed and they stop going. They lose motivation. And I'm designing I've got. Normally I do my positive thinking workshop in January, but I'm doing it in the end of February now, 26th. because every year people get to that February, and Claire's saying, first saying hello, the two of us, but she's like, I would be struck by lightning if I went to the gym. I would probably go and enjoy going to the gym, but I like to go to the pool and the sauna and the jacuzzi and treat myself as well after it. And there's not many places here that I can do that. So there was in Fort
I know, cool.
And it's.
So I was just thinking that Claire saying, I think I would be struck by lightning if I went to the gym. Claire, I would burst into flames if I went into church. So, both of us doing well one way or another.
Oh, you wouldn't burst into flames. You do a lot.
I'm only kidding. Well, my brother-in-law's a priest, so I hope not. But it's a good joke.
I know, and it's like, and Claire said I would do that and just bypass the workout. And yeah, true sometimes. But I used to enjoy going to the spinning classes and the cycling stuff and doing a bit of cross trail. I used to enjoy it with the music on, and he used to talk to people in the gym. But now people have their phones and whatnot, and you don't want to talk to you.
I know. So I was thinking about that thing you said a moment ago. You're speaking about could and can't. I mean, I'm going to redefine two words for you. Could equals won't. Should equals won't. So if you want your self-talk to be positive, you need to say will. Be honest if you want, but say will. I will do this, and then go and do it.
Yes, and it's I will and I can. But could is more positive than would. Or should, because would and should is somebody is doing that. But it's like when you say, well, look at the things I could do, right? Okay, I will do it. Because, a lot of people get stuck up in the words and all that as well, as we know. But when we're really inspired, when we really get that feeling, that when you get that buzz feeling, right? I'm going to do this. I'm really up for it now. And it could be, John, when you start to learn to play the guitar, and you get that song in your head, you want to learn it, and you just go over and over and over. And this matter how many times you kind of fail or whatever, you just keep doing it until you get it perfect, or in your mind perfect. You know what I mean? And then you play it, and you're brilliant. And that buzz you get, and that feeling, it's just an amazing feeling.
Yeah, I started the piano recently as well.
That's amazing. Yeah,
I know that. 59, kicking 59. I was 58. It was just like perhaps a month or so ago. I got myself a new piano, so I started playing the piano. I'm crap, but it's the early days. I'll become that over time.
It's as long as you enjoy it, and I think it's doing stuff that you enjoy.
I blame the Mercury retrograde for the fact I stunted and stopped doing it. So now we've got this new moon coming up, this new supermoon Saturday. I reckon I'm going to be getting onto that keyboard and getting learning, and it's going to be good fun.
Yeah. This saying, Sally Price is saying, evening, Derek and John. Hope you're both keeping well. We are.
Evening, Sally.
It's the first time we've been on live this year, and I've got some amazing. I've been talking to a lot of different people because I want the chat shows to kind of stay on a Thursday night, every Thursday, and get really good guests coming on, and me and you, John, interviewing guests as well. And it's like it's more about interesting subjects, and we want to educate people as well. And we're going to grow some of the chat shows again.
Oh God, already!
This happened this afternoon, John. It's like I had to block this and restream chat. Yeah, that's it. It's like this afternoon it was on, and I blocked her all burst, and I blocked one of the good guys.
Oh dear!
And it was so funny. But somebody again was going, "Oh, I can pull cards for you," or something like this, or contact me, and it's so frustrating that these people hijack our channel.
By the way, Derek, see that that person that just did a bit of spamming there, and you had to get rid of them.
Yeah.
It's basically knocked my chat out, so now I can't see anyone's chats. I'm not.
You have to use your phone then. It's like you can always come in and go out and come in, John. See if that would stop that, and I'll maybe pull a card for everybody just to get it.
I'm just going to refresh this page and see.
See if that'll do it.
Reload.
I'm back on my own. and see if John can come back. What kind of reading do you do? Playing cards. Thank you for taking time out for your day to send the love and light. Thank you. Is it Meshen Khan? We do, we do different sorts of readings. Me and John both love the cards, and we always try and inspire people, but we always like to have a good subject to talk to, and we usually do that at the end. And tonight's subject is new beginnings, and we're asking people out there, what is a new beginning to them, and have they failed at times, or what's their biggest successes? Michelle, that's good. That sounds a lot better, and getting a bit of debate. I was going to pull a wee card just for us all, and I've got the abundance cards here, abundance angel card, just to start off, because a lot of people this time of year, they always feel scared, they worry about money, the crisis that's going on. So I thought, let's pull a bit of an abundance angel cards, and look at this. Lovely, lovely card, John. Look at that. And it's partnership. Allow helpful, supportive partnerships into your personal life. You are receiving help from heaven and from a person who brings in needed skills and resources. And it's like, a lot of us are frightened to ask for help, John. I had another close friend who's going through some heavy stuff, and and he's kind of frightened to ask for help, but now he's asking and he's getting that support, because a lot of it's pride, isn't it, John? It's like, we're just stuck. It's like, how many times have we been stuck in the PCs and we've not asked for help, and yet we get somebody comes on, sorts it in 2 seconds, and we spent all day trying to fix it.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of the things actually about there's an awful lot of people, depending on how you've been brought up, but I mean, in the kind of era that we grew up in, particularly if you're not 25 like me, but when you're our kind of age, you kind of grew up in a different time, and in those times you were expected to kind of just get on with it and survive no matter what hit you. You were kind of brought up, that way. And so you grow up thinking that you've just got to be able to go through anything and deal with anything that comes your way. Whereas nowadays, I think perhaps many people are perhaps a little bit more inclined to get help when they need it than perhaps the older people are. It might be one of the reasons why our age group is, amongst the highest suicide rates, which is, it's a difficult subject for a lot of people, so I'm sorry to mention it if anyone gets triggered by the subject, but it's just a fact of life that our kind of age group, especially males, has got a very high suicide rate, and it's because we're so used to dealing, coping, just getting on with it and trying to manage no matter what life throws at us. But in our inability or unwillingness to seek help, some people unfortunately end up getting quite desperate. And so we just have to realize that help is out there, and there are those who will sit down with you and give you a shoulder when you need it.
Yeah, I think that's like the key thing is it's not to kind of keep it to yourself. And I know there's different types of, you could say, the depression or the kind of feeling low. There's the clinical, which is the chemical type depression, and there is the kind of the mind one is a kind of anxiety type depression where people are just stressed out and they get into that kind of PTSD kind of state where they worry, they shut down. But there is a lot of things you can do, and there's a lot of coping strategies that you can actually involve, and we're both in that field, John, aren't we?
Yeah.
And I think it's one of the best ones I used to love was just somebody's just saying the F word and just saying, and just let everything go and deep breath and just relax. Sit in the corner and just, what can I do? I can't change it. It's changed the way I feel about it, though.
Like that book, The F Word, what was it called? It's an older book now. I think I'm trying to remember what it's called. I'm sure I saw you with it once a while ago.
It's basically called the fuck it book,
The fuck it book. Yeah.
And today I shared my F bubble meditation on my page, and if you scroll down, you can see.
I remember that. It was quite fun, actually. I remember that.
First time I did that was 10, 15 years ago when I
I remember that. Yeah.
And we've got Helen Murray here. We've got Claire still there, and Ruth. and Michelle, we're all kind of so. Come on, guys, tell us what's your biggest failure at this time of year, or what's your funniest failure? Come on, give us some crack,
You know,
guys.
it's like, what's the resolution that you promised that you would do? You know, more than any other. This year, I'm definitely doing it. And then with 2 weeks into the new year, and you had done nothing.
Well, I was the usual.
I mean, this year we all get a bye because we're just out. I've mentioned it a couple of times, but we're just out this retrograde, So this year we can give ourselves a little bit of a bye. We've had a good excuse to stall our new beginning until the end, the nearer the end part of the month of January. So now we can, think about where we move forward from here.
Well, there's Michelle. Can be a bit serious here. Michelle said, my biggest failure is substance abuse. You know what? It's not really a failure because you learn from it. And if you're carrying on from it, and there's Helen saying dieting, and a lot of it is addictions. Food is an addictive thing. When I'm an ex-chef, I just love food. I just have to look at food and put on weight. And being diabetic is a challenge. It is a real challenge sometimes. And I've been on all these fad diets. Don't work, make it worse. And I think it's just... And I think to spend more time on spiritual matters is right, Ruth. And I think a lot of us are nowadays. People are opening up to the kind of, not so much the spiritual, more holistic way of thinking, John, I would say.
A more holistic way of thinking, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. And asking the questions, and it's like, do we really need that tablet that makes me feel like crap? It's like, it's supposed to make me feel better. I feel worse, And failure, no, just waited till I'm ready. And I think that's right, Ruth, is waiting for the right time. When it feels right, do it. And sometimes it could just be a split second. You just, right, I'm going for it. Some switch in your head will just go, you know what, it's time for you to do it, or you ignore it. And it's like, and then you go and eventually you do it. So I wish I did that years ago, My downside is chocolate. Well, as soon as you mention the word chocolate, I want to go and get a Snickers bar. That's because I'm addicted to chocolate as well.
I kind of got addicted. I kind of got addicted to chocolate when I had my a break from alcohol. I think last year, about this time last year, actually, I stopped drinking for 6 months. Because I had a little bit. Just noting that there was a. Michelle, they are talking about substance abuse, but I've had my own issues as well. With me, it was alcohol, and I had an issue with pancreatitis for a little while a few years ago. So I kind of know what it feels like to unfortunately make yourself sick because of abusing too much of a good time. So last year I stopped drinking for 6 months, and of course I've taken it easy mainly now for the last few years just so that problem doesn't come back. But I stopped completely for 6 months. But during that time, the amount of chocolate I ate, I got so into chocolate, is like a substitute. So all I was really doing was jumping one habit and diving headlong into another one, and so it's trying to give something up without actually picking up a different habit instead is the challenge sometimes.
I think when what I like about coming off is having the control. I remember when I stopped smoking, I was offshore the first time. And I think just before Jason was born, and he's 25 now, my oldest. And I think I became a better pool player on the rig because I was so focused. And I was more focused because I wasn't thinking about go and get that fag, go and get that cigarette. And at that time, you were allowed to smoke on the rig and whatnot. And, I became a better snooker player because we play snooker on the rig, and darts player. I actually got a shield somewhere that I won a darts competition and on the rig in competition because I was so focused. I didn't have a distraction, and I don't know if anyone had that when they stop their addiction and they put it onto something else. And that's what CBT does, is the cognitive behavioural therapy. Is you look at all the things you can do or could do, because it's like you could go and see a friend. But you can't go and see a friend who's a drinker if you want to stop drinking, can you, John?
No, I know. Well, my biggest issue is I work in a pub trade, so I have to walk through the bar to get to the kitchen to work every day.
And Ruth's saying my other downside is that my body doesn't handle stress well, makes you prone to depression and anxiety. There's so much research now, and the field that we're in, both myself and Angela and John, is your emotions can make you ill, and it's linked to that. There's a lot you can do now. and there's a lot of help out there, and it's always worth going to see a complementary therapist or somebody different than the norm. Or we actually get referrals from the NHS now, which is taking its time, but trying something different does make a difference, and it takes time. When I remember getting reflexology and Reiki healing, and I thought, this is amazing. And I was stressed out as a carer, and I got it as a pampering package. And look at me now, I'm actually a Reiki teacher, and I went right into a holistic field, and I use different things. And it's the same with you, John. It's like we both kind of opened up at the same time to the holistic field. But I think your sister did a lot of stuff before anyway.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So I kind of discovered weirdly that it ran in the family to some extent. And I'll never forget that conversation I had with you one day, because we'd both been dabbling independently of each other. We've known each other since teenagers, and we've both been dabbling independently of each other. And you didn't know about me, and I didn't know about you. And one day we had a random conversation. Went, oh, wait a minute. Oh, wow, we've got somebody we could talk to about this stuff now then. And it was the same with me and my sister. I had no idea that she was into all the kind of Wiccan stuff and what have you, And I'd been doing tarot for about 10, 15 years already by the time I found out my sister was a bit of a witch.
I remember
it's funny.
The conversation we've had, and then we found out with the same soul number, and the other best mate had the same soul number and all.
Same soul number.
Very spiritual number 5, yeah.
Number 5.
This Sally saying, I worry too much. I worry too much about, so I've started to put up my positive sticky notes. That's good. Again, around home to remind myself that I am strong and I can get through this problem. Great point. If you kind of visualize it, see it, feel it, taste it. And that's what I'm doing in February I'm doing a course. I'm going to do online and in the office as well. It'll be slightly different online, but it's all about developing your own law of attraction, because no one can tell you a law of attraction. You've got to feel it and make your own laws of attraction, John. And that's not just being attraction as in you want to go out with somebody. It's attracting what you need in your life. And that's that law of resonance. You resonate it, you feel it, you taste it, and then it comes to you, Hello, Alana. So what do you feel, John? Is there any one time where you've been, and we've all been through it, really low, right? And you get to the bottom of it, you know what? You like me. It can't get any worse than this. And then maybe something does get worse, but then you still have that hope.
Yeah.
And I remember you've pulled me out at low points, and I've pulled you out at low points.
Mm-hmm.
The biggest thing I think it gets us through it, and both of me and you are pretty similar, is humour.
Yeah, I basically just take the proverbial out of everything. I mean, some people actually, including some of the people I work with, find me. I'm sure they find me just a little bit strange, and I'm sure they think my sense of humor is just a little bit weird, because sometimes they just get a blank look off them, But I don't care, because humor has, and just making fun of everything, including serious things, has always kind of helped me, And I've just, okay, sorry, something just popped up in front of my head from XSplit, which had an awkward moment. So humor's always helped me get through some, and obviously, yeah, we've been through some pretty awful times in our lives. We're old enough to have gone through it and had some pretty unfortunate experiences. My start to life wasn't particularly great either. We've had our challenges, and you just have to develop a certain determination that you're going to get through it. And you have to do, you need to do two things. You need to try to retain your sense of humor as much as you can, I think. And if you're either going to laugh or cry at something, try to laugh as much as you can, and find things to laugh about, even if you've got some things to cry about as well. Find things to laugh about. Find things to be grateful for that's actually happening good in your life, and also lean on those who are close to you, who you can lean on.
I had to laugh. Quite a series. One of my friends texted me and really down the dumps. Maybe it's time of year, bit of relationship problems and all that. And I said, even you've got a dose of the shits, right? Right, you get a sore tummy, and it's horrible, and it goes through you, and then it all comes out, right? Then you feel amazing. You feel lighter. You drink more, you flush your body out, you clear of all the toxins. Your body heals itself if you give it time, and you feel amazing.
I mean, the funniest thing about that is when it comes out both ends.
That's it, yeah, that's it.
There's nothing worse than that.
It's like, it's a journey. It's a journey to go on. And it's like
it's an experience you don't want to repeat. The cleanup afterwards is awful as well. So you see what I mean when I say I'll laugh about anything. But it's true though. You need to laugh about stuff, and at the end of the day, in that example, you're going to heal from it. You're going to feel awful for a little while, and then you're going to come out the other end and heal from it. The only thing I can say to anyone is I can promise you that no matter how bad things get, and sometimes things can get very, very bad, you can come out the other end and survive and keep going and actually make a brilliant new life for yourself. If anything, for anyone who actually knows me well enough knows I'm living proof of that.
Yeah, definitely. You are. I think we both are. I think
absolutely.
The challenges that we've both had and other people, and that's why we do what we do, because we try and educate others that we can give them some of the things that helped us. It might not work for you. It might though. And everyone's got a different perspective. Some things you do, John, I couldn't do. And some things I do you couldn't do, but there's a lot of things that we do together that we do enjoy and it works. It's like so. And we've both found our own way in doing that. There's no right or wrong.
No.
And it's like some people we know, some people that they'll go and have that joint, they'll go and have that cannabis. Now they take the medical cannabis to help them in their health. And now it's legalized and stuff, and other people take substances that are actually good for them, that people said they were bad for them. And there's lots of research, lots of things being done. And imagine if you said years ago, I'm going to take dandelion tea. You would say, what the hell is that, John? It's like dandelion tea. People drink it all the time now. It's like, and it's all these things that we're learning or relearning, I think is.
But I'm more likely to put dandelion in the bath right enough. But I quite like chamomile tea. Yeah. That's a nice stress reliever as well, and it helps you sleep.
So if you've got any guys that you want to share, please feel share any ideas or solutions that you've had. And you see, I've got John's website there. And John, you actually sell some products that may help in a way, like your cards and stuff on your website and stuff like that. You still do that, John?
Yes, I do still have the tarot store. Basically, tarotshop.uk is what that is, and there you will find my selection of all things tarot, oracle, bags and cloths and things like that. But you can also get a quick reading from me there as well, which I'd send to you by email. So other than the little readings we do here for you now and again, if you're looking for a tarot reading from me, you can order that from my website by email and get it, and you'll get it delivered to your inbox. And what I do is I record it for you as an MP3 file. And I email it to you along with a picture of the spread. And so you can listen to it as often as you like, whenever you like, and view the spread at the same time so you can get a really good feel for the reading. And, it's not like, you go to a reading and you hear it and you see it once and you go away and a week later you've forgotten what was said. You can listen to it as often as you like. So that's one of the beautiful things of getting emails, getting email readings in that particular format. So, have you ever felt the thought of having a reading from me, but you haven't got around to it yet? That's how to do it.
That's good, and you're very good, John.
I endeavour to improve with age and with time, so hopefully I'm becoming a little bit more seasoned.
And on advice and stuff on my Patreon membership site, and there is some. If you click on it, some free downloads as well. I've got lots of advice on personal and spiritual development that will help you if you're feeling that little bit low, and there's stuff to help with the new beginnings. But I said I am doing a workshop in February. See if I can get see if there's a caption here for it, graphic or whatever. Here we go. Let's put it up. And it's all about developing your own law of attraction and moving forward with positive vibes, 26. So on the Eventbrite, you'll see it on my Facebook. Go up and see that. And, we've got the Reiki courses as well coming up. And if you want to go and learn about holistic healing, angelic Reiki is such an amazing, powerful tool or thing to learn. And it's actually a way of life, John. It's an amazing thing to do. And just sort of a bit of advertising there for myself. I'm in the British Legion the 17th of February, charity psychic night for Highland Hospice. One of my cousin's daughters is doing, it's kind of a charity skate thing, but she's got to raise funds as well. So we're helping her for Highland Hospice. So it's Highland Hospice Ice Ring. So that's good. And again, every Thursday, we should be on something. If it's not me and John, it'll be me, John, and someone else, or John will be hosting sometimes, you never know, and other guests coming on. And so we're looking to create a regular Thursday night show, and she'll have a lot of fun with that as well. We are getting better. We are learning the technology, John.
Yeah, I know. We keep changing the technology though. So if we're settling something that will cost us less than subscriptions every year.
Well, definitely, but the world's changing. It's all TikToks now and stuff.
Yeah, I know. Well, the only thing, I mean,
YouTube.
it's a shame we can't share this to. Well, we can't share this to TikTok because it's only a short ones you get, isn't it?
Yeah, we're sharing it to Twitch and to
Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. Yes,
and Facebook. Yeah, I think we're on 2 channels. Your channel, aren't we?
Yeah, we should be on both.
So if you are wanting a card yourself, John, right?
Yes.
What question would you ask?
If I wanted a card, what question would I ask?
Yeah. What would you ask of them upstairs or the universe, your guides? What question would you ask?
What do I most need to know right now? That's the best question you can ever ask. When you ask, something because you want something, that's not necessarily going to come to you. What you normally get, I mean, what I find is, for example, when I do a tarot reading for someone, no matter what they ask me, the cards are always going to give them the information they need, not necessarily all of the information that they want. And so I found that. So usually when I ask a question, I normally keep it as open as possible, and if it's for myself, and let spirit speak, and whatever is the most important thing that I need to know in that moment.
I think that's the way I look at it as well, John. And sometimes some people don't get that. It's like, what I think the hardest thing is? It's the question you ask. And the fact that we're taking that minute, that second out to ask a question. And it's like, we've got the Book of Answers here, right? So you've asked that.
Oh, that's an iffy book. That's almost as bad as a Ouija board, that book. Yeah, I've got one up there as well, yeah.
And it's like,
that's a scary book.
It's not the answer, it's the question that's important, right?
It's the question that's important, yeah. Be careful of the questions you ask you only open that book.
If you've asked a question in your mind, I'll give you the answer. So have you asked a question, John?
Have I asked a question?
Aye.
You want me to ask a question so you can open that book?
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay. When will I become a millionaire?
I don't believe this. Trust your intuition.
That's shocker, If you ask something really selfish, you'll normally get a completely open answer or something like that.
Yeah.
If you ask, that book is really, really good at kind of punching you in the face, if that makes sense.
It does. It kind of throws us like, mishaps are highly probable. I says, well, we make some mistakes in this journey of live streaming. Yeah. It's actually quite a fun book. I've had some interesting answers from it. Some interesting answers, that has to be said. The funniest one I had, I was doing a show and it was in Aberdeenshire, and somebody had they were talking about, it says, they asked a question, but I actually used it just as a bit of a prompt to give a reading. And it said, the answer's in your back garden. And the guy says, well, that's my bar I've just built in the back garden. So it's like, will I have more time to myself? Well, he's got his bar now. He can sit outside and have his wee drama outside, and he can invite his mates round.
Well, that's what we like to see. Spirit says it's okay to have alcohol.
Well, sometimes, yeah. And it's to have fun. I think it's in moderation, But
yes, well, Jesus had a glass of wine with his meal, didn't he?
Yeah, that's true.
He turned water into wine, apparently. So
it's like, here's Ruth saying, one never stops. Ruth is saying one never stops learning, and Michaela, it says you can do TikTok live and stream Facebook lives. We'll need to look at that. And Claire says you have that book. Now, any of you guys out there actually want a card or a book of answers, or got a particular question you want to ask, or want some spiritual insights, fire away. Just say card, question, or put the question up, and we'll highlight it and we'll see what see if we can answer it.
Okay. I just in case I grabbed my book of answers as well, just in case. Just in case, right, John?
Well, Claire would love a card, John. So you would do Claire's.
Well, I do Claire's card. Okay. Well, I've got the here we go. The Archangel Power tarot cards. How about that? And the Archangel Power the deck I've got is one of the original decks when Doreen Virtue was still happy with selling tarot cards. So the new decks that are out now are only by Radley Valentine, but the deck I have is from Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine. So there you go. Oops, which I will never sell. Oh. So the 2 cards fell out, and I don't know what they are. So what are they? They must be. So we've got the Knight of Raphael, and we've got the the 9 of Raphael, sorry, and the Knight of Ariel. So 2 cards fell out. So there you go. We have got 9 of Raphael, and we have got the Knight of Ariel. So just because these are the Archangel Power, I'll just read what it says at the moment at the bottom, should I say, and we'll see how we feel about it. Make a wish, dreams come true, dreams become reality, a joyful time of life. Make a wish. That's excellent news, isn't it? And of course, with this new moon on Saturday, this is possibly the perfect time to make a wish and think about something new that you want for yourself. The Knight of Ariel, trustworthy, understanding, devoted, and funny. There is so much to accomplish. Make a very detailed plan, being watched over by someone kind. Well, right now that would be me, wouldn't it? So make a wish. Putting these 2 together, make a wish, and then make a detailed plan associated with that wish, and make that wish a reality for you.
Yeah.
So I hope that helps.
Okay, it's brilliant, John. And I pulled a couple of quick cards there for you, Claire. And that's the Empress, taking control, lover of nature and all that. And you're sitting in your chair, but you're still in control, and there's new money coming in there for you. So abundance is there for you. You should maybe come down in the other course.
Good, isn't it? Yeah.
Now we've got Chloe. Can I have a card? Let's see if I can. I'll maybe do this one. Hang on. Swap over. It's like, Chloe, I'm kind of drawing abundance cards with you, Chloe. And I'm feeling quite empowered for a change. I don't know if there's been a little bit of a change. Somebody booping there, John. I don't know if it's me or whatever. But I do feel that, windfall of abundance is coming your way. That's what the card says. I do feel something good's coming to you. An increase in abundance is arriving in many different forms. So abundance is not always about money. Some of them unexpected. Be open to receiving and knowing that this abundance comes to you to support your life purpose, health, and charitable work. A lovely card there. So I do feel that there's some good news coming. If you've been looking at doing something different, then do it. And don't let the fear hold you back, because I do feel there's abundance in all departments coming. But I do feel you've been a little bit low, though, as well. And sometimes it's a case of, how do you say, worrying about things that haven't happened yet. So stop worrying about things that haven't happened or thinking about them, because then you draw them to you. It's just like saying to a child, don't spill that juice. And what happens? Just spill the bloody juice, because you've seen it. But don't draw the negative by thinking about the negative, Chloe. Be positive and go out there and have fun as well, and laugh at yourself when you fail, because I do see a lot of laughter coming your way. Right. So I hope that helps you, Chloe. And who we got next? Ruth Wilsco. Now, she's at what direction is my path? I think we need a joint one here, John. This is like a spiritual one here.
What direction is my path? Okay.
That's a big question that a lot of people are asking that question just now. And I feel it is a big question to ask. What's your first thoughts, John?
Yeah, first thoughts. Well, you know what you said to me earlier on when you answered that question with the Book of Answers, and you said use your intuition or look at. I'm going to say my first thought is to look inward, because when you say what direction is my path, right? I'm going to be honest with you, Ruth. Okay, we can't answer that for you. Only you can answer that for you. That path is coming from inside you. If I say to you to do something, how do you know that's what your real purpose is? The only place where your purpose really exists, without a card, the only place where your purpose really exists is within your own heart. within your own heart, mind, and soul. That's
Yeah.
where it is. So what my suggestion is, and this is more of a spiritual life coaching thing as opposed to a tarot thing. What my suggestion is to look inward, and to find ways to help yourself do that. So anything that will help you to look inward, whether it is, partaking of some nice refreshments, and by that I mean, calming teas, herbals, things like that, walking in nature, walking along the beach, and taking a certain amount of time for yourself, for meditation and for inward thinking. And the other thing you can do, I feel like saying, clearing out anything that's providing a blockage for you. I really feel like saying just clearing anything out. If there's something in there, I feel like there is, you're asking the question because something's blocking the answer from you. I feel like saying the important thing is to release that blockage, whatever it is. So if there is something around you that's kind of stressing you a little bit, try to work on that just now, rather than thinking about what your true purpose is. Because I promise you, when you do that, you will find your purpose naturally.
Mm-hmm. And I'll pull the card because you did all the hard work.
I really felt that what I had to say didn't involve a card. But
yes.
Yeah,
and I think I knew that as well. But Ruth, we're not here to give people false hope. We're giving reality checks as well, because a lot of people come on to chat shows, or they go into some of these sites where the psychics go on live, and they just tell them the first thing comes in, they pull any card and make it up. We work with source, and we work from our heart center as well when we're given advice, and that's taken years to develop. And you know what? That's the right way to do it, is connect to your soul first, and to help others, our guides will connect to yours. And what I'm getting is do the work, right? It's not enough to dream or pray. You've also got to take the positive action and steps that you're being divinely guided to take. Constantly working with your priorities will make them flourish like a lush flower garden. It's just backing up what John said there. Lovely. And look at that. They're playing a little guitar or whatever. I can't remember the name of that. Mandolin or whatever. It's play your own tune now. Right? So basically what we're saying is the answer lies within, which is a spiritual and holistic path. It's, heavy stuff there, John. Right? Let's have a look. Claire saying thanks. Sally, I never know what to ask. It's like, Sally, I think we'll just pull you a wee tarot card and just see what we'll go for, John.
Not a bad idea, yeah.
I'll pull a wee tarot card quickly. And Sally, I feel a lot of laughter around you. It's as if you need a laugh, or you've been a little bit down, you need a little bit of a laugh. So I have got young people give me hassle. But you know what? It's making me laugh. It's just like my son. Typical Janet. Dad, I'm scared. It's middle of January, And there's the High Priestess card. So that's a spiritual path for you, because she is a teacher. And it's funny how you get the kids card coming up. And it's all about you helping others and making some good decisions for yourself. Not them. And that means saying no sometimes. So, John, quickly, what are you saying?
Okay. Well, I'm just going to grab a tarot card, actually, just to see what we have here. We've got the Six of Raphael. I'll show you this.
Oh, lovely. Yeah.
It's a lovely card. I love these Archangel Power Tarot cards. Also, they've usually got something valuable to say at the bottom of them. Embrace your inner child, new friends or rekindled relationships, children of childhood. Embrace your inner child are the words that are coming to me at the moment, that the key words in this one for you are the first ones. Embrace your inner child. The Six of Raphael. Yes, I just feel like saying have fun for some reason. Yeah, I just feel like saying do that. Be in quality company, someone who you care about. Like this couple here are out in the wilds, they're out in the woods, they're having fun, they're enjoying themselves. Give yourself some relaxation.
That
laughter. Have laughter. It doesn't all have to be successful in life, Yeah.
I've got laughing yoga, and laughing yoga is you just laugh. That's what I've got in my head for some reason.
Yeah.
And we're getting thanks from Claire and thanks from some others here. I'm just trying to keep up the ones that are asking cards here. Jane Louise Ferguson, can I have a card, please? What am I drawn to now? You know what? I'm going to pull the the kind of rebel deck here, and this is, it's quite blunt. This it's like, and I think this is what you need. You need some bluntness. It's like honesty. John will be a bit softer than me. Trust me. It's like,
this seems to vary between us, though. Sometimes I'm the one that's a little bit in the harder end.
I'm being a bad guy here, so I'm shuffling the pack here. I'm just going to see if anything falls out, and here we go. Right now, it says. It says make better if choices, right? Then it says if you are pissed at where you are, then stop taking yourself there. Right? So what are you doing that's making you unhappy? What are you doing that you could do better? That's what I'm kind of saying. And what you're procrastinating at, and then I'll pass it on to John. I've done the bad bit now.
What are you procrastinating at, Jane? Well, there we go. I think we all like to put things off sometimes. Nothing ever gets done that way, does it? Okay, so we've got a wee card here. What is it? Oh, there we go. Oh, well, is this what you're putting off?
The lovers.
The lovers. Actually, the lovers card. It says make choices from the heart. The lovers card is not always about romantic love. In fact, probably most of the time when a lovers card is drawn is really about important decisions. Because when you think about two lovers coming together, that's amongst, when it's a serious relationship, at least, that's amongst the most important decisions you ever make in your life. Is if not the most important decision you make in your life is the choice of a life partner. So the lovers card is really about important decisions, and for some reason, I really feel like emphasizing that for you. Make choices from the heart. Okay, so where you have an important decision to make in your life, make it from the heart. Don't try to overthink it. Try to feel out what's really important to you, and to make your choice based on that.
That's brilliant. Yeah. And just going over some of the comments after a couple of readings there, Chloe saying that's excellent news. You need to live in the moment, and that's what we're saying is live in the now and be in the now in a sense. There's Ruth sort of fine. I'm good with instructions. I always do my own thing. Sally will get back to you in a minute, and Ruth saying brilliant. And where was it? I wanted to show you this one, John. I should have asked about card work and health. We've got to be careful what we say about health, guys, because of regulations and stuff. Because we can't say we can heal you and stuff like that live. But I think if you have a good laugh, that helps you. It's like, and there's Sally was saying there. Thank you. My grandchildren make me laugh. So we were drawn down the way. Let's go back up to see who was wanting the card there. We've had Ruth, Alison Coyle. I think have we got Alison? Sally Price. I think we've done Sally. Let's see. If I missed you out, I'm sorry. Alison Coyle. Evening. Can I have a card, please? And love listening. Thank you, Alison.
She wanted to ask about work and health, but we can answer the work one, and the health one is a little bit more.
You just got to feel it. Feel good.
Yes.
Yeah. And if you want to speak health questions, you really can need a book of private, or especially Angela, my wife, who's a proper therapist. We're all proper therapists, but she does more of the body kind of work. She's kind of trained in a lot of the kind of health matters, so it's worth making an appointment or speaking to her if you've got health issues. Alison, here we do Alison's, John.
Yeah. Am I doing Alison?
Yeah, because I need to nip away. That tea's going right through me, so I'll leave it with you.
Oh, I see. Fair enough.
I'll be back in 2 seconds.
Right, Alison, it's you and me against the world. So what I'm going to do, first of all, I've been using the Archangel Power Tarot cards so far. I'm going to use the Soul Coaching card, first of all, for you, because I just felt like doing that. And I'm just having a little wee shuffle here. Can I have a card, please? And you wanted to ask about work and health. Well, we're going to see what they have to say. And what we've got here is opening the Soul Coaching cards. Now, I love that picture of a heart there. It's a beautiful heart, isn't it? It's a nice heart. Now, and we've got, I am open to receiving the gifts of the universe. So this is really about, positive affirmations and putting yourself out there. But I would caution that slightly and just say, bear in mind, Alison, that the it's not just about the law of attraction. If you're trying to bring things to you, there are other universal laws as well, and it's really important to really just think about keeping your state as positive as you can altogether, if that makes sense, as opposed to just thinking about affirmations. But whether you're thinking about gaining better health, or whether you're thinking about getting a promotion or a new job, I feel like saying that the card for you is suggesting to really think positively. But I would just expand that a little bit and suggest to you that you really think about making your life about being positive and being positive about all aspects of it. So expect success, expect that your health will improve, if that's something that needs to happen for you, and expect that job is just around the corner for you, because these things always come closer to you when you expect them, if that makes sense. So I am open to receiving the gifts of the universe, and know then that gift from the universe will be that thing which you most need, that is best and most good for you. It might not be exactly what you asked for. It might not be exactly what you think you want at the moment, but it will be what you most need for the long run, for your best benefit, is what I'm going to say. So just a quick one from the Archangel Power cards as well, just for fun, to see what we have here. I just feel like doing that as well for you, Alison. And what have we got? Card for Alison Coyle. Oh, that's a big cut I just did there. And we've got, now this is weird, because I've got the Lovers again. Literally 2 times in a row, I've got the Lovers again. Make choice from your heart, deeply emotional commitments, and the power of love. So for you, the last time I said make choices from the heart. For you, the last sentence here, the power of love, I feel like saying is very important for you. The power of love, so that is your own self-love. If you're concerned about your health, then self-love will help that massively. So look after your self-love, look after things like your personal sense of gratitude, look after these things, and look after those around you. In fact, I don't, what I mean is, help them to look after you as well. So use that, support network that's around you. Use those people who are close to you that love you. And lean on them a little bit if you need to. And all those things will help. So it's all about staying positive. It's all about, really, picking on those positive affirmations. And it's all about the self-love. And that's what I would say would help you most.
Thanks, John. And thanks for holding the fort. It's like,
Sorry.
We've got Lynn there asking for a card.
Oh, hello, Lynn. Didn't notice you jump in. You snuck in when I wasn't looking.
Yeah, and I'm going to do the rebel deck, because Lynn's a bit of a rebel.
She has that, isn't she? Yeah. She's a lot of Susie Quattro,
Oh, definitely. Have you seen the pictures as well? Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, Lynn, do you think somebody is lying? And I've got, yes, they are. Oh, who's upset you? Let's cut the pack again. Oh my God. You are loved, though. You are loved. And it says, you're here for a reason, and don't F it up. It's like, so we've all got a purpose, and I'm saying that to Lynn because she knows what I'm on about. And we've all got a purpose to help each other and serve ourselves, as well as, and be a bit selfish sometimes, because we have to look after ourselves first. And I know Lynn's had some issues as well and whatnot, but she's a fantastic musician, John, as you know.
Yeah.
And she's wrote a book, and great imagination. And I really do feel there's more of that coming. And if I was to pull an abundance card now, which I am, it's all about clearing debts. So it's getting rid of the cosmic karma, because there's a little rainbow there. And it's saying your self-care involves removing the heavy burdens, emotional debts from your life. You already feel lighter and freer just by facing the topic and making a plan to clear present obligations, avoid future ones as well. And that is like don't get into sort of mega commitments that you can't keep. And it's doing stuff for yourself, you know. If you want to write that book, for example, or do another song, take your time, do it at your own pace. Don't do it at other people's pace. So it's kind of saying, do it when you feel you're ready to do it, and you'll be inspired. There's no rush, right? Because I do feel another book, but it's not the same type of story. Put it that way. I got a different title. So John's shuffling his cards there, Lynn. So I think you should pull the cards as well, John.
Yes, I'm sitting here shuffling away. I just had a feeling to say, oh, why not, John? Pull a card for Lynn as well. Of course I will. Right then, what we're going to say. The 8 of Raphael, there is something better waiting for you. There is something better waiting for you. That's interesting, isn't it? That sounds like some kind of change is afoot then, doesn't it? Do what you know is right for you. And then it says a spiritual quest. I feel like saying, I'm thinking, do what you know is right for you. Out of that, that's the sentence that's kind of jumping out at me. Do what you know is right for you. So trust your own instincts, trust your own judgment, trust your own intuition, and make your decisions and stand by them and just keep moving forward. And you're going to find the place where you want to go. And if there is something better, if there is something a little bit different to what you're doing now, try to have an open mind towards it, because it could work out better than you think. I found in my life that I've had to develop an open mind about new things and find myself doing things I thought I would never do. For example, not that many years ago, I would have never thought I would be live on social media doing readings for people, and doing things like that. So, if there's something else that's new out there for you, have an open mind towards it. You never know. It could be something good.
Yeah, definitely. So we'll get feedback later on, Lynn. We've got Leanne Coots would love a message. Now, I know Leanne, and I'll pull a quick card and then we'll pass it on. But I'm going to do the abundance card because I'm kind of drawing the abundance cards tonight. One card for Leanne. Oh, the release jealousy, it says. That's an interesting card. Jealousy is an affirmation that you don't have something. They don't have something, right? And the universe manifests exactly as you affirm. Let other people's successes inspire rather than frustrate you. If they can have it, so can you. And we all know what that is, right? And I do feel it's like you're not really jealous, as you didn't be inspired because you've been very patient, waiting for certain outcomes to happen. So, John, just quickly for Leanne.
Yes, absolutely. I'm suffering. I mean, for some reason, I was wondering why I felt like drawing a soul coaching card for Leanne, and then you drew the card that you drew, and I thought, that could be the reason why. Yeah. So we'll see which soul coaching card comes out for Leanne then. Oops, wait a minute. Right, here we go. I think I'm done here now. Right. What is it going to be? Breakthrough. So whatever it is, Leanne, I think you could just have it coming round the corner for you. So just don't do anything to mess it up is what I feel like saying. I mean, if there are any slightly negative emotions or frustrations or, as Jeff's card suggesting, jealousies, and other things going on with you, what to do is put them to bed, let them lie, and just trust and have faith. This card says, I soar into limitless love, light, and joy. So just be in that place, and, that breakthrough is there for you. I feel it.
I know, I'm fighting to say that. It's like, don't.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what I just said, more or less, isn't it?
Yeah, and it is. Allow that shit to come to you.
Yeah, basically literally allow it to come. Allow it to come. That breakthrough, when you let go of those slightly more negative feelings towards it and the frustrations and things like that, which are completely natural, but when you let go of them, that's when it starts to come through to you. Unfortunately, those feelings actually push it further away. You want it to come to you, so let go of the negativity and soar into limitless love, light, and joy. Literally, just do that, and it will come to you. Then that breakthrough will happen.
Just sort of get some feedback on the readings we've done so far. Sally Place, I have lovely things happening this year. And first grandchild, my sister, be joining the dinosaur. It's good. 60 soon. Well done, you. Alison says, thank you, John.
You're welcome.
And Lynn, thank you, boys. I have been working all that you've both said, so that's good. And Leanne Coots is saying perfect as well. So we've got June Hudson next. Different energy here, John. I feel a kind of different feel with this one. More kind of light-hearted. I'm very calm, Junes. I don't know if you've not been calm, but I'm feeling calm just now. And I feel quite a lot of fun around me as well. But it hasn't always been like that. I know I've got that freedom feeling, you know? So, Words of Abundance is the card it's saying here. Lovely card. Look at that. Gorgeous. And very calm angel sitting down there. And you have the ability to instantly manifest abundance by choosing powerful, positive words. Always describe your own always try your own and the words of economic situation in loving and optimistic terms. And that is what you attract for yourself and others. And it's so true. This reminds me of what's going on just now with all the news. It's all negative, John. We're in a financial crisis. Hence, I'm doing my washing at night time now because it's cheaper electricity. But you know what? If we worry about it, we just attract more of a negativity and debt and money. And, we've really got to be positive. And you know what? If I need more money, I'll go and earn more money. Or that money's going to come to me. I'm not going to worry about it. And yes, have our say and speak our truth, because some of the things that are on around the world shouldn't be going on. And it could be better. And we can have our vote at the next election. And I know who I will be voting for. Yeah. Thank you. But I feel that with you, Jane, is, you know what? It's like you're accepting things and you're moving forward. I think that's a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, I was just thinking, it's weird, Derek, isn't it? How we started this show talking about new beginnings, and all the cards we've been pulling, been talking about manifestation.
Exactly. Yeah.
And it's been talking about literally that. The answer to all the questions has been about how to find a new beginning for yourself, how to manifest the thing that you want, or to find, or to find your new path, or to, find what's going to happen next for me. It's all about that, isn't it?
New coping strategy as well. There's Judy. She's looking for, I would say, a positive card, John. So I'm going to pass Judy on to you.
A positive card. A card would be nice on work. On work, Judy. Yeah. Okay. I nearly called you McDonald because your name's back to front. Okay. So hopefully a card won't be back to front because we don't want that. Right then. So Judy, a card for Judy on work. Okay. And let's just see just another little shuffle here. One more. No. Oh, that's the card you're getting, is it? Fair enough. So we've got the 9 of Gabriel. Oh. Well, that chap certainly looks like he's ready for work, doesn't he? In fact, he's already been doing something around and making himself quite useful there, hasn't he?
I just wonder.
He's got some support behind him. He's got he's got Gabriel behind there. Perhaps you could think about, if you think about it from that perspective. So he's got like support behind him. So perhaps you've got spirit on your side. Judy is just what I feel like saying. What does it say here? Stay determined to move forward. Be prepared for any possibility. And it says environmental activism. I'm not sure whether that's relevant, but I think be prepared for any possibility. So when I draw these cards today, I've been picking on one sentence out of what it says at the bottom, and that's the one that feels right. And so this feels right for you, Judy. Be prepared for any possibility. Have you got an open mind about what your next opportunity is going to look like, Judy? Because I think that's what you're going to
believe in what you see.
Believe what you see, yeah. Seeing is believing.
Then it says here, this is funny. Force reality or live
in reality or living it. Yeah.
Layla, lad, choose bravely. So it's like,
yeah. But I mean, be prepared. Be prepared for any opportunity. So is the next work opportunity, job opportunity, or promotion, or whatever it is that you're looking for, is it the thing that you thought you were looking for, or is it the thing that's actually best for you? So you're thinking about, are you thinking about leaving where you are now? Are you thinking about doing something else? What I'm really feeling like saying to you is have an open mind about what you should actually end up doing. Actually have an open mind and allow the universe to bring to you the best option, whether it is stay where you are, whether it is get another job, whether it's a move, whether it's a promotion. Have an open mind to it and let the universe come to you, and then it will. If you let go of the worry or the stress about it, and let it come to you, and it will.
Yeah. And I feel it might be in a different direction to what you're used to.
Especially right now, with this new moon happening Saturday as well. So yeah, and I mentioned a different direction a few times there. I was wondering why I kept saying that, and it could well be that that's what it is.
Yeah. And this Heather Lane, hi evening guys, can I have a card please? But I just want to go over some of the comments that we've had in case I've missed any, because we're kind of way up the line here. And Judy says, yeah, she is looking for a new job. And perfect from everybody. So just making sure I'm not missing people out here. So Heather, I feel that you're quite a spiritual person, and I feel that you kind of feel incensed, but maybe turn a blind eye to it. Something, am I really getting that? And sometimes the weird dreams and stuff that you're getting actually makes sense. So I'm actually seeing a journal that you should be writing in there. Okay, Elaine, yeah. Ellen. We missed Ellen. We want to go back to Ellen in a wee minute. And Heather, I do feel that sometimes you're put off by people putting you down. Now, this has been channeled to me. And, there's a card that comes up and it usually says, and I've put out in a post this week, that you are an effing legend, right? So be that legend and start creating your own legend, not somebody else's. Not a partner's idea or a mom and dad's telling you to do something. You're the legend for what you do, and it's taking ownership of yourself. So that's what I'm feeling. I'll be interested what card John will quickly pull there, but yes. I do feel that was channeled rather than me pulling a card there. So that's when you get a channeled inspiration like that, you got to listen.
Okay, Heather. Oh, that seems like that. We have got Divine Guidance, Archangel Sandalphon. Divine Guidance. So, I mean, this has happened quite a few times tonight as well, as I felt like just saying to people, I've had a card that basically says to people, look inward, look inside yourself, trust your intuition, trust your judgment, trust your instincts, trust you. You can trust you more than you can, So the card says, the search for meaning in life, consider an alternative approach, surround yourself with wise teachers and friends. Okay, consider an alternative approach. Consider an alternative approach. Trust yourself. I wonder whether that's the alternative approach I'm suggesting. I feel like saying maybe you could trust yourself more. Maybe you have a little bit more doubt than you need to have. Perhaps you actually can make the decisions that you need to make to move forward. The only thing holding you back might be you doubting yourself a little bit. So trust yourself. Yeah. I feel like trust is big, for you. And the first person you need to trust is you. So look inward, trust your own instincts and intuition, and move forward from there.
That's self-love.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to go to Ellen now because I hear her voice shouting at me. It's like, Ellen, save the best for last. Right, see, I've got to do an abundance because I know some of the things that's going on around her, John. And I've got a quick card. Then you can do your channeling this time, or pull a card as well. It's come up before. It's partnership. Now, I think this is relating to work because I know you're sort of house moving and all that sort of stuff, but it's partnership, right? Allow helpful, supportive partnerships into your personal life and career, and both parties benefit as a result. You're receiving help from heaven and from a person who brings needed skills and resources. I do feel this is to do with your artistic side, and that's the kind of, she does plays and stuff, John. She's amazing at it, and I feel it's more of that I'm getting drawn to, and it could be paid work as well. So there's something coming up there. relating to that side of you, Ellen. So I'm interested to see what John thinks as well.
Well, the words that came into my mind there was working well with others. You know, and this is the thing that's very important, isn't it? That's just the thing that came into my mind, is just those words, working well with others. You know, and this is and it just over and over and over, it's in my mind. It's like it won't shut up. Keep working well with others. So you know, whether that's slightly stunted or it's something that you normally do very, very well. You know, and so I feel like saying communication, and Derek was talking about working with others and partnerships. You know, so that does. I do feel it's there. Okay, so there's a partnership that's very important here, and so this is a person that you want to work very, 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 very well with. So it's about fostering that relationship, and it's about fostering that moving forward. I feel like saying the best success that you will have will be in actually fostering the relationship with people around you, especially those that you're in partnership with. But I do also I'm just going to pull a soul coaching card as well, just quickly, because I was shuffling for you anyway, and I felt like doing it. And now this is the second time tonight the same cards come up twice. You know, so I had breakthrough previously, and you're getting breakthrough as well. So perhaps there is, you know, something extra special coming for you. You know, and it all revolves around your relationships with others, and the partnerships that you foster, and how well you work with people and how well you communicate.
And it's winning.
Yeah.
And it says, you know, you've got a good thing going. You don't win that shit. And it's like, you deserve it. You've worked hard for it. So I think once the kind of house move and all that sorted out, there'll be a lot of things happening which will be really positive, really good. Because I do feel that's going to usher in a bit of security and new friends. Yeah, partnerships. Good. See, we've got now, and we've got Laurie May. How it is? Another it's a night of the McDonald's. The McDonald clan is here tonight. Laurie May McDonald. May I get a card? I'll let you go first this time, John.
Okay, I know indeed. May I get a card, please? Laurie May McDonald. That McDonald of the clan McDonald.
Yeah.
McDonald of the clan McDonald. Right then, a little quick shuffle, and we'll do another. How are you feeling? One more shuffle. I feel happy for some reason. It's like I just got a little giggle inside myself there. I'm gonna go. Just want to do like that. I'm just wondering that, you know, there's something happening. It could just be because the festive season just passed, or maybe there's something happening shortly for you, Laurie May. I'm wondering. Anyway, we've got the Empress card here, so perhaps, yeah, the Empress card. So I mean, birth comes to my mind for some reason. You know, I mean, the Empress card.
That's the fertility card, John. But we can't.
Yeah, I mean, birth comes to my mind for some reason, and you just go and pull the Page of Cups. Okay, so time to act upon your plans. Creativity is rewarded, luxurious or abundant resources. And I said birth. I'm thinking about creativity, the birth of something new. You know. So that fertility card isn't necessarily a literal birth. Although it could be for some, especially with me getting the giggles inside. You know,
we're backtracking because we both know we're not allowed to speak about fertility. And
we're not allowed to speak about that. Yeah,
the fertility card came up, so
it did. You know, but I'm getting giggles inside, and I don't know why. But anyway, but creativity is, and I'm stumped for something to say here because I can't say what I want to say. I'm gonna say. I'm going to say look after yourself is what I feel like saying. You know, there is something creative around you. There is some kind of new birth around you, and it's not necessarily literal, you know, but there's definitely something happening around you, and it seems to be something. Yeah, okay. Detox. Yeah, it seems to be something, you know, that's going to be kind of joyous and happy for you.
Drink a smoothie, unfriend that asshole, and throw some shit out.
Yeah, can we suggest a non-alcoholic smoothie?
Yeah. It's like, well, I think it's
I mean, we could be completely. I mean, we could be
it's not-
completely off base here, but it's just what the cards are showing.
you
And
need,
what
like,
I mean, I couldn't stop laughing. So
it could be just that a detox, nothing to do with that. It's just detoxing people in your life, toxic people. It doesn't have to be
no,
detoxing.
no.
Yeah.
It's just a reaction. It's just the way I felt inside. It was just, I kind of got the giggles, and I didn't know why.
Yeah.
So it does feel like something positive and joyful around you. It could be anything. It could be
It's
anything.
not here.
It's going to be something creative anyway.
Lynn's taking the dog out for a walk, so cheerio, Lynn.
Thank you, Lynn.
Laurie, I hope that helped you. You need to give us some comments because we are picking up stuff, but there's a lot of stuff we're not allowed to say.
I know, yeah.
Everybody, it's always worth. You can get a reading from me and John, or when they see us, because we can see a lot more in private and stuff. And we're giving back tonight because people have helped us in our journey, so we're giving back a little bit tonight. To see if we've missed anyone. Glad I caught this tonight. Claire's saying. Julie saying hi. Yeah.
Derek, I just want to mention Sally Price is saying you said about finding your inner child. I'm not sure what that means.
Well, the inner child. Oh, you only go, John. Yeah.
No, I was just actually literally going to say you want to explain what you feel the inner child is and how that works.
The inner child is that youthful you, right? Sometimes when we've lost a bit of our way, Sally, and we get that how do you say that low feeling, then we need a bit of fun. We need to giggle, we need to laugh at ourselves. That's the inner child. Because childs, when they're born, they're still in the kind of spirit sense until their age of 7, and they're unpolluted, you could say. They haven't got any learned behaviours then, and they've got that inner child. They live by, they talk to strangers, they talk to their absent friends, and they play and communicate. And that's the inner child that I'm picking up around you, and it's finding that and being that again and just letting go. Fly is the word,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Laurie made it says she's totally got you. So I wonder, you need to maybe do a private message on us, let us know, Laurie. So thanks for that. And just sort of let's see if I'm missing anyone. Okay, that's so nice to hear that. That's very true. You said thanks. That's Heather Lane. So I'm just going through all the messages here if I've missed anyone. But tonight's subject, John, is about the new beginnings, and as you say, there's a new moon coming up and all that, and you're more into astrology than I am. But I do feel that there is an awakening going on around the world, not just here, but everywhere. And I think there's a lot more people coming around to our way of thinking, or not our way of thinking, a more spiritual, holistic way of thinking, whether it's about the planet, about money, about helping others in the community, And I watched that, and I got wound up, and I'm not going to apologise for it. I watched that. Here, I'll get rid of this chat just now, the captions. And I watched The Bank of Dave. Have you seen it?
I haven't seen that, no.
Well, you need to watch it. It's on Netflix, and it's about a guy who takes on the banks, right? And he, the first bank opened in so many years, and it's so funny. And he's just a down-to-earth guy. He wants to help people, and he lends them money, depending on their situation. And he thanks Sally, and he and there's a love story in the movie as well, and it's just helping the community, a community bank, and it's like, and I made the case is like, we're classed as devils and devil worshippers and some of the stuff that we do, even counselling, right? And I think, who really are the devils? I was like, look at all the bankers.
That's why I was joking about, I would bust in your brains if I went at a church.
That movie, it really explains a lot, The Bank of Dave, and I recommend people should watch it this week. It really opens you up. And this down-to-earth guy who likes his pint, he's a van salesman, he made a bit of money, he did well, and he wanted to help the community. And the banks kind of ganged up against him, but he took them on and he won. And he's still going strong, the community bank. And I think we need to have more of that. So it's kind of an awakening. And that, these people in power, and you see it even tonight in the news, that certain people are getting certain things, and we know it's all about votes, when really it's not about the community spirit. And there's plenty of money to go around, there's plenty of things to go around spiritually as well. And we've got to learn to say no, haven't we, John?
Yes, yes.
And
There's
just
there's too much spiritual information out there, and most of it is false.
yeah,
You know, I mean, most of it is false. Most of it you can't believe. Half of it you can't believe, and the other half is lies. And the reason for that is because it's become so convoluted over time. And if you think about New Age, if you think about it starting with the counterculture movement of sort of the 60s, the 1960s, 50s, 60s, 70s, and that kind of thing. And of course, it was infiltrated by. And I mean, I'm going to get. If I had a tinfoil hat handy, I would get it. I would put it on now, you know. But it is quite well known that it was that community was infiltrated, you know, by deep state bad actors around about the time of its inception when it first started. And I think it was just about muddying the waters, and so no one really know what they would believe, or it was about certain amount of it was about manipulating information so that. And I think a lot of this stuff about alien theories and theories about aliens and grey aliens and all that kind of stems from infiltrated information isn't actually necessarily true. So it's not much wonder where no one knows what to believe and what they can't believe, because half of it you believe, half of it you can't believe. But there is a truth of spirituality, and there is a spiritual truth. And the place where you find it isn't on New Age YouTube videos. The place where you're going to find it is inside yourself, by doing a little bit of your own work with yourself, doing your own inner work, do your own spiritual work. And if you want to read something, then read something older. Don't read the new stuff, and don't watch YouTube. I mean, you watch YouTube videos if you like, but just don't believe everything you see. Read stuff that was maybe written a couple of hundred years ago. I mean, the Bible was written between 6,000 and 2,000 years ago, and people still read that today. So it's perfectly okay to read something by Rudolf Steiner that was written 150 years ago, 120 years ago, whatever it was, like sort of late 19th or early 20th century, about anthroposophy or something like that, which is sometimes called spiritual science, or sometimes esoteric Christianity, because what that does is it gives you a little bit of background behind some of the theories, and it gives you actual information as opposed to all the fluff you get on YouTube videos. So this is important, is to not believe everything you see.
I think you're right, John. I think it's kind of, we can both go off in tangents, and when we get started on that sort of subject.
I almost did, yes.
And I think to kind of lighten it a little bit, and some of the questions about new beginnings is, any new beginnings start from within. They start with a thought, right? And what we want is more positive thoughts in the world, and we want more kind of community-based, spiritually based kind of thoughts coming back, where it's not a case of being jealous, it's being inspired by others, because a lot of people have made it a really nice people, and they get kind of the mickey taken out of them, or the jealousy around that, and they would love to help you, like the Bank of Dave movie kind of made me think. And yes, I've been jealous of people in my own trade. I've got up there, how the hell do you do that, rubbish and all that? But instead of moaning now, I just let them inspire me to go and do it, because we're all different, and it's all about that learning. And I think about tonight's really, before we kind of finish, it is about the learning. And when you get knocked down, you get back up. There's always a new beginning. There's always a new day, John. And
every day is a new day.
Always that new job as well. There's some people look for that new girlfriend if you've been knocked back, or boyfriend, or whatever. We move on and we carry on.
Every single day only ever lasts one day. So if it's a bad day, it can only last one day. If it's a good day, you can appreciate it and enjoy it for all it is.
So what we'll do is we'll finish it with that. And if you had one thought, or a combination of thoughts, John, because it could be a sentence, for people this week, because the full moon's coming and whatnot, to put out to everybody out there, what would it be, John?
It would be, forgive yourself for the resolution you didn't keep this year, because you had no chance with the retrograde. But now you do. Now you've got an amazing opportunity for a new beginning starting Saturday. And you've got that opportunity given to you. So take it in both your hands and go and, that thing that you wanted to do that you didn't yet, just go and do it. Just go and do it. I will. Just remember those two words. I will. Not I could, not I might, I will. And then go and do it.
And it's like, put on your favourite song and dance your ass off, because my thought was have fun. Like, and laugh. That was my thought. And that's the affirmation card that came up there. So again, and say to everybody, thanks for tuning in tonight. And we will be doing this more regular every Thursday, and we might have other shows coming up, and we hope to kind of reinvigorate certain shows that have been shut down for a while. But we're learning the technologies, and the technology is changing fast. And we need to look at our TikTok now, Johns. But thanks everyone for tuning in, and thanks for all your lovely comments. And
yes, thank you.
And everybody's saying thanks. So cheers, everybody. Thanks from us.
Bye-bye.